How's it going, guys? Doing all right today? Welcome in. All right. So it is 10 a.m. and it is time to get started. Or 10 a.m. my time, anyway. So we're doing a little Mio today. That is something I did not get a chance to play last week, and I was a little bummed about it, but we were very busy with testing for Jump Space with all the changes and things that have been done. So we're going to fire it up and get a little, see if we can get a little bit further today. All right, so we left off here. We were in the city gates. It says overseer missing. I do remember all this here. Door was locked. The only way around was up over the building. Last we left off, we had just defeated a boss. Hey, Green, how you doing this morning, buddy? Let's see. Gotta get a feel for this again. There we go. Yep, right there. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. Been playing nothing but Jump Space for like 3 weeks almost, really. All right. Here we go. How you doing? How you doing, Green? You and Sarah having a good day today? And yep, shift was dodge. Yes, sir. Back to work, Sally. Going to be about 80 degrees. Might go for another bike ride. Nice. Well, you know, as crazy as y'all's weather's been, I think 80 degrees is probably going to be a good thing. Generally, I'd start to consider that a little warm for my taste, but given what y'all's weather's been lately. Information panel. The 6 voices, the eye, the blood, the breath, the hand, the spine, the heart. Huh? I'm in better. Okay. So this is like a museum type situation? Embedding ceremony. A Pearl's anatomy. We got an elevator. And we just created ourselves a shortcut. Nice. Yep. Alright, no idea where the elevator goes. Let's see, it goes down to Foundation's access and tuning chamber. Let's try level 1. Begin to fade into us. Oh, hello, friend. Poncia. I just came back from the Foundations, and let me tell you, we're lucky the Metropolis is still standing. Everything has gone mad down there. At this point, I'm not sure even the blood could fix it. If you're planning to go anyway, at least take this. It's not much, but it might save your frame one day. Precious pearl of a long-dead unit. Okay. Let's see what's over here. Aha. Nice. Elevator obstructed, and I can't proceed forward here. I do think I've been back there. That's interesting. Honestly, Green, between you, me, and a fence post, I'm probably going to take a little bit of an easier week this week. I've been absolutely busting my rear for the past 3 weeks. My body is tired. So I've got a couple of videos planned. They're not going to be low effort videos, but they're not going to be hard for me to create. And that's pretty much my focus this week, is to do the usual streams and then to get those videos done. I figure they'll probably take, what, maybe an hour to record. Maybe a little, and probably a little longer than that to edit, but interesting. But yeah, that's kind of my plan for this week, is to try and get those done. Mostly going to be tutorials and build guides and things like that for Jump Space with with all the drastic changes we've had to the game. There's a lot of mechanics that have changed. I like to cover those, so that's kind of my focus this week. I'm also... we doubled the speed on the internet. We got the modem replaced because the modem got fried by lightning strike, actually. And so it wasn't like completely unfunctional. It was just... it was not doing what it should be doing. It obviously didn't eat the full strike, otherwise it would just been completely cooked, but it was functional, but it was cutting in and out, so something in it got fried during the storm. And that was causing stability issues, which is why we had a couple of streams that cut out. And I just the fact that it was functioning was the reason why I did not realize that we were having that issue. Anyway, we got that replaced. So anyway, we got the modem replaced. We got double the speed on the internet. So my goal is to actually try to do a little No Man's Sky this week. Probably Wednesday. I'm thinking I'll stream No Man's Sky and see how it goes. Got an elevator there. Let's see what's up there. Obviously, I can see an area where we can break it open. I don't see a way up there specifically, though. Is the issue? Let's see. Ah, there we go. Perfect. All right. So this will take me up to the Hall of History, whatever that is. Might be that museum we were just in, for all I know. Ah, so that's the exit. Okay, we got another elevator here. Yep, this is where I came from. Alright, well, good. I'm gonna go up and heal. Let's pull up a map here. Let's see, I am here. What was the nearest heal station? What we need is honestly a map key. Whoops. Tried to dodge. Didn't time it right. That's fine. Oh, goodness. Okay, I see where I am now. I'm not sure. I don't think there's a path through here. I don't think this is open. It's not locked from the other side. There's probably a way to get that open, but I'll have to go around and see. It's probably where that wind tunnel thing is, though. I'm curious. Does that work? Do I see play? So it's probably back that way where I was just... where I just was, honestly. I'll take a look here in a sec. Now, I don't know how to open this just yet. There's no way to snag through, and no way to just phase through it that I'm aware of yet. It's probably an ability I'll unlock. Alright. Honestly, it feels nice to be playing a little bit of Mio today, honestly. I have been wanting to play it some more, and just been a little busy. Alright. So this leads through here, which means the door to the shortcut area is probably on the other side, I would assume? Okay, we got... yeah, right there. But I gotta... get through this first. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, and then open the door, and boom, we now have a shortcut. Sweet. There's something up there. Question is, how on earth do I get there? And have I already been there, I wonder? All right. Gwendolyn. Beyond repair. Locked from the other side. Cool. All right. Clearly I can't get through there. What happens if I go down one? Listen, this is a pretty room, don't you think? The travelers put all of these candles here because of the tragedy of the last voice. I don't know what happened exactly, but the units who were around say the travelers were never the same again after that. Here, I have a spare candle if you want. You can light it for a friend too, you know, when their last tremor comes. Or we can take it over to that one area we need candles for progress. Requires lure seal. Lure seal. Okay, so we'll take a look around, see if we can find that. Alrighty then. Geronimo. Okay. Can't get back through there. I don't like that I can't see him. Are you a friend or an enemy? Hey pal, think you can help me out? I was on my way to Mel's workshop when I got caught in these sick icicles. A few hits should do the trick, please. I don't want to become a cold case. Way to go, pal. You really know how to break the ice. Gotta go now. See you at Mel's workshop. Okay. Just a guess. He's probably going to be relevant to upgrades and such. I do believe this is the way back. I think to get around where I'm trying to go, though, I'm going to have to go up one level. Let's see. Hall of History. There is a passageway down there. Oh, the floor is sealed. Okay. How did I get down there then? Let's see, there was... Let's see. That's how. Right there. So I've just got to go forward. Probably. So let's try that. Yep. Then through here. And boom, made it. That'll be death water down there. Is there... Huh? Looks like there's a door right above us. I'm not sure where that leads. And doesn't look like there's anything to see over here. And nothing below. Okay. All right. There's a passage over there, but I can't get through the wind, so... Now, I did come from over there, so I'm gonna have to loop around, I guess. Because I don't think I can go back this way to go around. We'll see. Nope, because I broke him out here. Yeah, it looks like that's cut off. So, we're gonna have to go around. Let's see. I could drop through there. That may be relevant? Let's see. And what's over here? I don't quite recall. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, mistimed that completely. Let's see. Yep, this was the way back. Let's just make sure I haven't missed anything before I move along. I wanted to see what was up there, but I don't think there's any way for me to get up there just yet. Okay, he hits behind him too when he does that strike? I didn't realize that. It looks like it should only hit from the front, but it does not. It also hits from behind. So there's going to be something up there. I don't think I've got the ability to get up there yet, though. Unless there's something open on the other end. Right. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay. Whoops. Too slow on the dodge. Yeah, so it does reset the lasso if I hit those as well. Could potentially be useful. All right. And over here was just a platforming section, I think, that I had already done. Yeah, that checks out. All right. Could also check back where that boss was that I just beat last time I played. So, I think that was down here. I don't think there's anything to see specifically. I think this was kind of a dead end. Yeah. And that's the elevator that I've been going down anyway, so... Let's see. Might be something through here. Let's take a look. Librarian Heimdall, and then he was talking about how you can't get past this. And at present, he is absolutely correct. I cannot. Wait, this seems shut off. Okay. Ah, okay. Got it. Hey, Overdrax, how you doing, buddy? Memories in orbit? Brother, I can barely remember what I did this morning. Fair. I feel that. How you doing today, bud? Let's see something here. Looks like I've been through all that. There's a path there, but I can't get to that path. There's a path dead over there. Salutations, by the way. I'm back home after the hassling of paperwork. Oh boy. Nothing about drive you crazy as much as paperwork. See, there's an area over there I've never been through. And there's an area up there that I've clearly not been through. How's the day going? Day's going pretty good, buddy. I'm doing pretty good. I've got several videos planned for this week for Jump Space. Going to be covering new stuff that is in the game since the big update. And a few things have changed. I'm also thinking about starting up a another Steam account and then just setting it to like a family account, and hopefully I'll be able to take Jump Space from the early game and see what's changed recently. So that's kind of the plan going forward. I'm going to be checking that out, but I'm also got so I can transit between these places. Let's try that. Also got a couple of videos for build guides and stuff coming out. Some things that have changed and come to my attention, so I'm going to be doing some stuff for that. So that is kind of my plan for this week. That, and I'd like to try out a couple of different games. I've got Mio here that I've been wanting to play and didn't get a chance to last week. Because I was just a little bit busy with Jump Space content. And then I've also got No Man's Sky, which I was not able to run on a quality I was happy with previously. But we have since doubled the speed on my internet, and that was the big issue, is just the bit rate was terrible when streaming it. And so hopefully that shouldn't be an issue now. So maybe this Wednesday I'll check out a little No Man's Sky on stream. And then, of course, Saturday, being the big day I usually game with everybody, I'm hoping to do a little more Jump Space and I have a little bit more to say about it because I'll be testing a few things this week. When's the video on the dinosaur game? Dude, I have to do that. I don't know. We're going to check that out. That looks sick. So for those who don't know, I joined, I was checking out Slide Drum's stream yesterday, I believe. And he was playing this crazy Souls-like dinosaur with a sword game. It was ridiculous and yeah, hilarious. And I loved it so much. So I definitely want to try that. There's a demo for it, so I'll be checking it out. No Man's Sky tend to have a lot of green, and bit rates do not like it. No, it did not. I mean, like, it would run, but gosh, it looked awful on stream. I hated it so much looking back on the footage. I was like, is this what my subscribers were having to deal with? Are you kidding me? You played the demo for that, Overdrex? What'd you think, buddy? You played the Dino demo? That's awesome. What are your thoughts, buddy? Even as someone who doesn't like Souls-like, it was pretty great, not gonna lie. That's awesome, Slide Drum. I definitely want to check it out. I do like Souls-likes in some respects. You know, I like the difficulty from Souls-likes games. That's really... What is your bit rate? Twitch is reporting 6,000 kps at 1080p, 60 fps, but it really doesn't look like it. Let me check YouTube. Yeah, YouTube should be the same. I've got it set to 5,500 bit rate since I'm dual streaming right now. I could run like 6,000 on either platform, but when I'm dual streaming, it doesn't really like it to be up that high. It hits hard? Gotcha. Okay. Well, we're going to be checking it out. I don't think I realized this was here, guys. All right. This just leads back to the boss. Let's see, is there any way of getting past this if I don't interact with the thing? I don't know. You might want to check your encoder settings. 5,500 kps at 1080p. 60 should look better than this. You think? Okay, I'll take a look at it here. Let's see, let's just pull up settings. Do-do-do. You won't be able to change the encoder settings midstream, though. Something for next time? Yeah. Okay. I will do some test streams then, and I will check what's going on. I've noticed that I can manually set my settings in when I'm watching the playbacks. Yeah, no, it's not gonna let me. But yeah, I'll take a look at it. You know, I haven't really checked off to the right there. I don't remember there being anything there, but no stone unturned. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, that just leads back here. Okay. Well, I need to take a look at the map here. Looks like there's a pathway up there, but I'm not sure. And there's definitely a door over there that I haven't unlocked, and a door over there that I haven't unlocked, but I'm not sure if I can actually access either of those right now. But should probably go take a look anyway. I'm not entirely sure where the path forward is. We'll discover it eventually. And that one was locked. And that was an elevator. I think this would lead to... Yep. And then I can do a quick transfer. Let's transfer up to here and check this pathway. It says there's something up here. Okay, that's locked. Let's just see. Can I flip over to the other one that is also locked and see if there's a pathway around it? Yep. That'll get me closer at least. Thanks, Slide Drama. I appreciate it. I'm going to check that out. I'll probably do a test stream as soon as this one's done. Just shy of it. Let's see. Got a pathway up there. And then there's a doorway up there. It should be a shortcut into those areas, though, if I were to go up through here. Probably makes more sense than going the long path. I got the elevator here, and that'll take me up there. Then I can see that door from there. There might be a path through underneath there, it looks like. So let's go ahead and do that. See if I can... I'd like to come over, try this pathway, see if I can get through it. Maybe get this doorway unlocked. We'll see. Heading up to the top. Alright. So the door's there, which means the passage will be down below if it is available at all. Alright. So, need to go over this way. Okay, yep, I remember this section. Just about didn't make that one. In OBS, you can set your recording encoder, use Steam encoder, and then your recordings will look identical to your stream, so you don't need to actually go live. Okay, cool. Okay, so here was the door. I do remember there was a passageway through here. Oh, that's right, I got the visitor's pass. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, that should make this considerably easier. So we got the modifier. So we've been able to open the bell tower now. That's cool. I don't remember what I had. So the protective coat repair at Nurse is free. That was useful. Grants an extra layer of protection. That was the explosion one that Green was asking me to try out. And displays Mio's status on screen. Okay. And we got enemies leak a lot more knockray. Last attack of the combo deals more damage. I'm gonna try one of the other ones, I think. Let's try that. And that'll be locked. Fair. We only got one way to go. Well, and on YouTube, I can go live without it actually being public. I can just set it as a private stream, and it allows me to test. Twitch doesn't have that option. But with Twitch, you can just make it where there's no tags, and then more than likely, nobody's going to join. Got a path up there, it looks like. Where am I? Oh, bandwidth test mode? Okay. Well, you've been doing it longer than me, so I will take your word for it. I'll check that out. I know, generally speaking, Twitch is the place to go for streaming. YouTube is the place for video for content, though, seems like. You can enter question mark bandwidth test equal true to the end of your stream key to enable it, or in OBS under stream advanced options, there's a checkbox for it. Okay, cool. I will definitely check that out. I did not know that was a thing. I don't remember quite how long I've been streaming on Twitch. I know my first ever stream was on Twitch, mostly because I was trying to do it on YouTube, and that'll actually send data to Twitch's servers, but your stream will not show up on view. Gotcha, okay. My first stream was on Twitch because YouTube has very stringent regulations on what they will, who they will allow to stream. And I thought I had it set up where I could stream, and it even said I had it set up where I could stream on YouTube the day that Jump Space went live for the first time on early access. But then I got in day of and tried to stream, and yeah, YouTube's like, no. Twitch is on decay since a long time, but there is no better alternatives nowadays. Yeah. I can't speak to that personally, but I will say I get much more interaction on YouTube typically, so. I do wish that YouTube handled disconnects and stuff a little bit better, though. Twitch is particularly good at that. With Twitch, if you disconnect, it just tries to reconnect immediately. And then lets you reconnect on the same stream. With YouTube, if I get a disconnect for any reason, like I said, my modem was messed up and we had to replace it. If you get a disconnect for any reason on YouTube, you just have to start a new stream. It won't let you take back over on the same stream, which basically loses you most of your engagement from that stream. Twitch, on the other hand, just comes back live on the same stream. I've heard you can have a higher quality stream on YouTube, but it is more annoying to use. But I don't know, I've never tried. Yeah, well, I kind of feel like that's the case. Like, YouTube seems to have... Twitch has more options, I will say that. Like, you can customize it more, have custom emotes, those kinds of things. Which you can have those on YouTube, but you've got to be... you've got to be in their programs for that. And they only allow you to get into their programs once you have at least 500 subscribers, which I'm not quite there yet. So we just broke 200, which is really sweet. Oops, jumped a little too high there. We just broke 200 subscribers. Once we get to 500, I can start doing custom emotes and stuff, but the problem with YouTube is that unlike Twitch, it locks that stuff behind a paywall. People have to be members in order to use that stuff. And while Twitch has the option to lock certain content behind a paywall, a subscription fee, you also have the option to make a lot of that stuff free on Twitch, and that's just not even an option on YouTube, so that's kind of my gripe there. A lot of things are better on YouTube, but then Twitch has got some better options, and for monetization purposes or something you don't necessarily want to monetize, if that's not your cup of tea, and other things like that. So, I don't know. They both have their virtues. Using both, having used both, I feel like they both have a reason to use them. And if you could do like what I'm doing, where you do a dual stream, it does add extra complications, but I think it's worth it. Oh, come on. Why did it spawn me there? Okay. It just said no. If I'd realized where it was going to spawn me, I could have reacted, but it put me at the top instead of down where I actually died. There's definitely a pathway up there, but I didn't get to finish this area, so let's try that. Alright, where was the path back to where I just was? So, up. Got it. It's up that way. There also looks like there's something over here. Whoops. And I think I was... Yep. Okay. I remember you. I'm not sure I can get up there, which I think is why I didn't proceed here. Yeah, not yet. There are ways to extend your jump, so maybe, I've heard anyway. You alright? Ooh, I made it. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, sorry about that. I kind of miss tending to the crops. You think we're slacking, eh? You should see the breadth, then. Not a single command issued in 732 years. That's a while. Not that the last one made any sense either. Let me print it for you. Everything has gone wrong. Trusting them was a mistake. I'm done doing anything for them. Interesting. I feel, yeah, as far as that's concerned, I feel like YouTube and Twitch both have their merits, so. Like, I've been able to, okay. I've been able to design some custom emotes for Twitch, and I like that. And I got more coming. I've got one in particular that I'm excited to do that I've been working on. I already know how it's going to look when it's done. But as somebody who's a drawing artist, I like that aspect of it, that I get to customize things personally. It's kind of fun. See, I could... Yep. Let's see. If I can get him down... Oh, there was a grapple point there. I didn't realize. I could probably get an enemy to go over there and then use them as a way to get up. If only it didn't cost billions of dollars to make your own large video streaming platform, right? No kidding. Bring all the benefits of it to your subscribers. That would be amazing. That plug drew blood. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Sean. Slide Drum, if you're not aware, that's my wife. She signs into my account and helps out. She stepped on a power plug over here. Let's see, I can't attach to that. I can't hit it. Okay. Alright, let's see what I got. Looks like I can't go anywhere that direction, and there is that area across the top. I'm gonna check over here. Looks like most of these have grapple points underneath them, which is cool. There's definitely something to do with that, or that wouldn't be there. Well, let's check through here. There's an elevator that goes up, and there also looks like there's a pathway here to the right that also goes up. And I've been here. Okay, so I'll need to use the elevator. Yo, Mrs. Hawk. Yep. She gets called that a lot lately. Let's go on. Okay, so this is the top, it says. Alright. Okay, I'm really curious. There's obviously a way to get there. It's not through there, though. That's a dead end, so we're gonna have to go this way. Is a healing station, which I don't need right this moment. There's definitely something over there, but I'm not sure I can make that right now. We got this platforming section here. Oh, I need to re-hit that. And miss. I like how tight some of the platforming is in this game. Okay, we made it up. Cool. You've been called worse. You're fine with Mrs. Hawk. Alright, Bell Tower. Celestial Tower. Tomo's not here. That was a long shot. But a bummer anyway. We used to come here a lot after the Traveler's disappearance. We talked about anything and everything. Mostly, we tried to remember that we were not alone. That the vessel kept going forward. Now I can't help but wonder, for how long? Okay. Then we should get upgrades here. Hey, buddy. This should give us a new ability, which will probably open up some new pathways. Oh, we got Glide. Interesting. Okay. So you glide by holding R. I'm not sure I like... Let's see. Can I remap that? Because that would make that a lot easier on me. That doesn't... Well, I'm trying to control that. That doesn't feel normal. Let's see. Can I... Yeah, let's try that. If you're wondering why I put it to P, that's because I have a macro on my mouse set to P. Okay. I'm holding it. How does this work? Okay, so you do fall... Let's see. It's taking from my ability reserves, so that is working. But then I'm just falling. Maybe because I reassigned it? I don't know. Let's try. Let's reset that back to R, see what happens. Yeah. Oh yeah, see now it seems to be working, but the kicker is the same finger that I would be using to press D is the finger that I'm using for R. That just doesn't feel normal. I don't like that at all. But it seems to be working better than my remap. But I have to really contort my fingers to pull that off. I don't care for that. Is there something else I could put that to? What do I have on E? E is the hairpin ability, but I've also got that set there. So I wonder if I could... let's see. So I've got that there. That's also there. I don't really need that there. So can I remove E? But then it would have the same issue. So maybe swap... Yeah, I could probably do that. Let's put sail on... Then that would present the issue on the other side. I don't like that either. If I could just set it to space. But that's my jump. Maybe control? Huh. Do I have anything on control right now? I don't think so. Let's try that. I may not like it, but we'll see. And it may not work. Nope. Seems to work just fine. Yep. That'll work. Could see the stars. Okay, I probably just, yeah, hacked myself. So let's hold off. And boom, like that. They were so pretty. I have totally not been reading the text, which... Okay. I could probably do this. And then... I should reset. Good. Alright, number 3. Okay, that'll work. I like that. I will say, I love this game. I do not like the standard controls that they give you. They do not feel natural to me. But maybe that's just my first-person shooter brain coming in, because they feel like they go against everything that my brain wants to do. A thoughtful woven text addressed to one unit in particular. To consult. Letter to Tomo. Okay. Alright, we got a few... And we got the candle. Where was the letter, specifically? Seen that one. Seen that. There it is. Do you remember, Samsk? It's you who told me that the bell tower... And I need to move, chat. Come over here, chat. It's you who told me that the bell tower was even older than the vessel. It is one of the rare relics that the travelers took with them when they embarked, to remind them of their homeworld. You wouldn't stop gushing about the craftsmanship and the attention to details that they poured into their work. Today, as I stand in its shadow, I can only agree. The travelers were more than just engineers. They knew how to build sturdy and durable structures. Yes, they had to if they wished to cross the stars. But they also knew how to make it beautiful and welcoming. And it permeates through all of their creations. I just have to look at the vessel herself to realize that I came here to uncover some deep secrets about the traveler's crafting, hoping to find more hints about our inner working. Instead, what I learned is that we were cared for deeply and unconditionally. I miss them. Tomo. Okay. Well, we're slowly unraveling bits of story as we get further and further into this game. Alright, chat's back where it should be. Is there a path forward through here? There looks like there's something up there. I can now glide. By the way, Hawk, I'm curious about something. What happened to the other 53 Hawks? We do not speak of the others. Great question. Great question. Oops, totally missed. They ended up like that guy. Whoops. I can hit that and regain my jump, and then the problem here is I can't really see what I'm doing until I drop down. Makes it a little bit harder to aim. If I die just trying to get out of this area, I'm gonna laugh my butt off. Okay. Clones 1 through 53 were deemed unworthy. That's right, Spectre, they were. But just wait till we get to 55. I will dub him Fives, and he will be the best. Now, if anybody got that reference, you're a true Star Wars fan. Oh, I see. Okay. That's what I gotta do there. I got no air there. Alright, well. Okay, so if I were to hover right off, I could save my jump, get up here. Good. Grab that. And then that's a piece of protective coating, so that will be basically a heart piece if you're familiar with Zelda, which most people are. So we can scoot over there. That's 2006 Clone Wars, right? Yep. That is indeed. Okay. The hover does that make these segments a whole lot easier. I still would prefer to be able to see what's coming below me. Oh, I thought I saw him a second jump. Guess I used it. So if I... Let's see, can I get here? And then drop, and then hover, and then I still have my jump. I can get over this way. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Don't overshoot. Alright, well, we got out. That's going to be a cool ability. That's going to unlock several areas that I was struggling with. I still don't have anything to deal with the wind back in that one area I was checking out, though, so... Oh, I need to reassign that one. Okay. Let's do that real quick. I think I unassigned my map. I did, okay. Let's put that back on queue. God, I need to see that series again. I remember watching that as a kid. Back then, TV had something worth watching. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That was a good series. Well, in the 2000... I think it was, what, 3 version was really good, too? That was very different, but that was done by the same guy who did Samurai Jack, so... I didn't need to know Clone Wars is 20 plus years old. You feeling old yet, Spectre? Alright, this is looking familiar. I think I've been through here. Let's see. I did a drawing of 5s years ago. It's still a favorite of mine. Oh, that's Deathwater. I just thought that was the floor. Incorrect. Well, I can get past that now. Let me guess. Floor? Okay. Yes, I had burned into my retina a scene where Anakin fights Asajj Ventress in the rain and can still hear the water evaporating into the lightsabers. I know, that was epic. That was one of the best duels in Star Wars. And yet nobody has seen it. Like, nobody. I mean, you have to be of a certain age to have seen that, right? Or be a super fan. So, yeah. No, but that scene was absolutely the best. Hands down. That's not one of us. No, General. That's Anakin. Yes, General. Ah, you scared me. Absolutely epic TV show. And I didn't watch TV shows, but it was Star Wars, so you know. Who is she? Are you here to see the breath? I suppose so. I love you more. No, I love you more. What of you? There's a lot of you guys in here. Hello, friend. Jonas, the librarian. By decree of the breath, the greenhouse is shut. Entry is forbidden to all. I can make no exception, not even for a keeper. The breath has an important duty and is not to be disturbed. Okay, we'll see about that. Torn Overseer. Okay. And Grievous was a flippin' beast in the original one. Oh my Lanta. That... And then they just had Mace Windu just completely destroy him in that series. And then they're like, well, Jedi don't actually use that ability on or on living beings, so we're gonna say Mace didn't realize he was actually living. They thought he was a droid. So but I mean, it does explain the cough that he has in episode 3 that everybody's like, why is he coughing? And of course, when they made that non-canon, they had to come up with some other reason, but oh gosh, that series was so good. Looks like there could be a path through there, but I really don't think I can get up there. I think that's where I came down from, actually, so let's see. Okay, we added all that. There's definitely a pathway here, but I can't get through it yet. So we're gonna have to wake up the breath or something. There's another area down here that I haven't explored yet. Windu has a combat style that dips a lot into the dark side. Yes, he does. Vapad. Vapad was... I feel like people act like Vapad was a superpower, though, and that's kind of not what was ever intended. Like, Nick Gillard, the guy that did all the choreography for the prequels, he more or less designed each fighting style with each Jedi in mind, and Vapad was to make him seem more aggressive. But the point was, with the Vapad, that basically he feeds off... Oh, it didn't give me that back. Okay. I thought it would give me that back after I... Okay. I think my fingers got twisted there. The thing with the Vapad is that he would feed off the dark energies of his opponent, which would then fuel his strength, which was pretty cool. So it wasn't that the Vapad in itself was this incredibly epic fighting style, so much as it was feeding off the opponent, which was interesting, but very aggressive swordsmanship regardless, based on the Juyu style, which was interesting. Which most Jedi chose not to use because it was already leaning into the aggressiveness that they feared would lead to the dark side anyway, so Mace Windu just kind of doubled down on it. It is worthy of note, he was the only user of Vapad who never turned to the dark side, who lived a long time and never turned to the dark side. I believe his apprentice never turned to the dark side, who he had taught it, but he didn't live long enough for that to be an issue, so... Is this where it came through? I think it is. Okay. So I can just go back up and jump down from that one area. Surely there's a reason to go back there. I didn't see a reason, but... I think probably the most practical style of the lightsaber combat would be Makashi, which is Count Dooku style, or probably Xian, which was the style that Anakin used in Episode 2. Xian actually has a lot of practicality and real-world swordsmanship. And so does Makashi. Those are basically your two basic concepts. Okay. Why was it still draining my bar? I wasn't using the glide. Okay. Oh, I see. Alright, so that's where we're going from there. If I can get past that, that's the tricky part. So save the jump, use the glide first, and then do this number, and bam. Okay, and we're across. And we're through here, beyond repair. Still more to see. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's anything there specifically. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then boom, and then I'm up here. Nothing here, but... Okay. Trying to use the glide sparingly so I don't take up all my energy. Sorry for going off on that tangent. I am a longtime Star Wars fan, and yes, I learned all that stuff as a kid, and it's still stuck and rattles around my brain constantly. There's definitely something over there. Alright, let's fall back this way. Back this way, and then reattempt. And glide first, and jump, and then finish with the glide. Perfect. So as long as the bar hasn't run out, you can continue to glide, and you don't have to do it all in one shot. And I was out of glide. Okay, I'll have to be faster. It's fine, you can get it back by bouncing. Oops. It was a little slow. Okay. So I'm gonna glide here. Should jump there, I guess. Okay. So your jump can help preserve your glide. And then glide, and boom, we're through. Okay. We have no health left, but we made it through. We got some mechanical remains. I'd say probably one of the coolest, but probably one of the least practical lightsaber styles was Obi-Wan's. I mean, it wasn't cool in that it was flashy. It was cool in that, in concept. This always defensive style. I don't know. It's fun, but my issue with it. Okay, his smoke continues to hit you after he goes past. My issue with it isn't that it isn't. My issue with it is that if you ever watch real swordsmanship, which I've watched a little bit of, I'm not super knowledgeable, but I know a little bit. If you try to play all defense, you're just gonna die. In theory, it's great. In actual practice, nobody's going to be able to hold up their defense that long. Oops. Hey, you can see that. Just jump through, and then boom. Guess I need to open my eyes. It was right there. I was paying attention to the ground, not the ceiling. Alright, so preserve the glide as much as possible through here. So jump, glide. Boom. Glide, glide. Do a downward attack and glide. Good, okay. Then we got that down there. We're here. Oh yeah, you're the little jerk that took me out, aren't you? Hi, friend. Alright, let's get to here. Okay, so this is a new area. Of course, there was a healing station right past where I died. Amazing. You can't make this crap up, man. Oh my goodness. Alright, sweet. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got a precious pearl. Sweet. Hey, Slide Drum, if you're still on, buddy, if you are planning to stream today, let me know. And when I'm done here, I've never tried to do a raid before, but if you're okay with it, I'll try and raid over to your stream on Twitch. And those who want to go over and check out Slide Drum can absolutely do so. We were never separated before. I missed her. Ooh, I remember this area, but I couldn't get across. This will be so much easier with the glide. Might actually be doable now. Let's see. Yep, it's doable. Alright, well, we made it across. What is this? Oh, and that's death water. Okay. I thought that was something to, like, break to open up a new pathway, but nope, that is just death. Access denied, huh? Let's see. What happens if I just glide in? Probably gonna do the same. Yep. But I should be able to get over it now. Oh, hi, friend. Oops. His timing is so different from all the other enemies. I struggle with that guy. He's this big wind-up animation. Alright. So we got a new area. That's sweet. Wait just a minute. 20 years old? That's insane. Yeah, I know, right? We're getting old, honey. What exactly is this? Interesting. Okay. Oh, hi, friend. Let's see. Is he even defeatable, I wonder? Well, he's taking damage, so you gotta be, but weird. Okay. New enemy. Never seen him before. Well, I guess he was what was hanging from the ceiling over there. Alright. I get a feeling there's gonna be something right from here. You're going to go buy your walker now, and you want to bedazzle it before you actually need it. Well, it's okay. Just remember, you're older than me. Okay, yeah. I can slip through there. There's a path there. I would love it if there was like a healing station nearby, though. And I'm guessing they're probably... Oh, nope. There's just death. Okay. I'm assuming there's probably like a healing station or something nearby, but... we'll see. Could you just not? I kind of want to learn his patterns, so he's going to attack twice with the tentacle thing. Or at least twice. Okay, so he's doing 3 times. That's going to be another one there. Going to go again. He's got a little bit of a pause, and then he attacks with that. So when it stops moving, do that. And then he can do that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I feel like the key to this game is just learning all the guys' patterns. If you can figure out the patterns, they're not scary, but until then, they're tricky. Everyone in this stream are a bunch of dinosaurs. That's sometimes true. That's sometimes true. We're all ancient of days. But we did have Abby on, I think it was Saturday, and she's a youngin', and we have quite a few others that are younger. So, you know, it's in comparison to us anyway, right? Because we are all ancient. So we've got a few that join that are either younger, and some will have their kids join and stuff from time to time too, so... That's why I try to keep things family friendly on the channel, because not every time is it going to be just adults. So, just try to keep things friendly for everybody. But yeah, it is true that a lot of us playing these kinds of games are not young folks. It is funny, though. I remember when we were... I'm an early amphibian. I helped the dinosaurs when they arrived on the scene. It is kind of funny, though, that when we were kids, right, gaming was considered a young person's hobby, and now everybody gets into it. I like that change. I mean, it's no different than when people used to play board games and stuff all the time, right? When that was the thing to do. And which, I love board games. Love board games, I love cards. I just like games in general. Okay, well this one's got a reasonably easy learning curve, I feel, unless he does something drastically different at the halfway point, which a lot of these bosses do. He's just kind of challenging to hit. because he moves so quick, and you're just so focused on trying to get out of the way. So can I? Nope. You just bounce off of him if you attack when he's passing by like that. At least from above. Yeah, see, I just do a little bounce off of him there. There's definitely something back there. And then he'll be attackable here. And then just get ready to dodge. But I do love that we have a lot of different age group. Okay, yeah, he's definitely switching it up. Okay. I do love that we have so many people of different age groups. Like a couple of the guys that typically will join me in game are in their teens, and then we've got some that are even younger than that sometimes. So I like that we've got a wide range, and then there's some of us, like myself included, who have a few years of, shall we say, experience under our belts. Good sir, could you just not? You're 27 and you're ready to retire already. I feel that. So I've got about 11 years on you. So yeah, you can just dodge it. I don't even have to. That was good practice on the dodge. And then it'll be briefly attackable here. And then briefly attackable here. And then he's gonna stick over here. So let's just scoot over this way. And then boom. He'll stick here, and boom. And then, okay, so he's gonna stick over this direction. He'll come back from the right side this time, dodge, and attack. You know, something I was thinking about. Something I was thinking about recently is how different people play games differently. It's kind of funny. I feel like there was a huge jump in cultures these last years. I've been born in between two eras, and the difference on mine are too much. Yeah. I do think it's funny. Like, I've got a friend, a close friend, who's, I don't know, he's I'm trying to think. Oh, you can eat that. Just gotta dodge like that. But it is funny, the differences in speech patterns and stuff, because, like, oh boy, definitely doing something different now. Stand ready. Okay. He's gonna come up here. Okay, definitely mixing it up. Need to get in my shots where I can, but, oh, I'm dead. There's no way. If I had a dash, I could have saved myself there, but not a chance. It's funny the way people speak is so different. Like, I always spoke differently from the people, even in my own generation. I read a lot of old books, right? I read, stuff from, like, the 1800s, which obviously predates me by a fair amount. But I loved the literature from back then, so it kind of influenced the way I would speak and my understanding of the English language. And then I had to learn how to speak with people my own age, because I would speak very differently and was more of a bookworm than a socializer. So as I started socializing, I had to learn how people my age spoke and interacted, which was an interesting experience. And I think as a result, I learned to speak reasonably simply by those terms back then. But it is funny the way speech evolves, because like I said, my buddy, I've got quite a few years on him. Great guy, but like he would text me and then I'd be like, what the heck did you just say? I was so confused. Or a common one was when I was around when texting first became a thing, right? I was around before then, obviously, but I remember when texting first came out. Back then, you had to pay by the letter. For text messaging, you didn't have like unlimited text, talk and text, and all that like we have now. Back then, you paid for every letter you sent, so you sent as few letters as possible. And OK always got shortened to just K, you know, just the letter K, and everybody knew what you meant. Apparently now, if you just type K, you're apparently implying that you're angry, and I didn't know that. And so, you know, my buddy was, I got accused of being very aggressive. I just think it's hilarious the way things change. Definitely keeps things interesting as you're trying to adapt and learn and deal with different differences in understanding and communication. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like language changes and evolves. So that's nothing new. I mean, that's been going on. If you read older literature, you'll see, I mean, you won't understand English from the 1600s, you know? It's just, it doesn't stay the same. It's always changing. It's not like that's new. That's been going on for probably thousands of years, where language has been constantly changing based upon culture and whatever else is going on in the world around you. But it is pretty hilarious when you try to when you're just a few generations, you're just a decade off from each other, and you can't even understand each other. I love it too that I'm an uncle, so I get to see the young ones and how they speak and communicate now. And I've also been able to see things change pretty drastically, and just since I became an uncle, like my youngest niece, she's going to be an adult soon. And yeah, just seeing how things have changed since she was little, even to now. Chaucer and Shakespeare only separated by 2 centuries, but I can read and understand Shakespeare, but Chaucer is a foreign language, although it's English. Oh yeah, absolutely, buddy, absolutely. They're completely different. Like, for me, Shakespeare is not hard, but you're right, Chaucer is on a whole another level. I also studied King's English for a while. Oh, I can't even hit him right there, so just get clear. That was interesting. King's English is interesting. Okay, so I can't hit him here. Oh, right. I can't hit him there. Okay, got it. It's the other one I can't hit him on. Got it. All right. All right, 1 second, Overdrex. Okay, this is the one I can't hit him on, so I need to dodge. Ah. Come on! I need to move faster! I agree, it also happened in Spanish. Words started meaning more and new stuff. New words came out and weird expression to say something that already had a word for it, but people forgot. It's painful. I don't like this patch hawk, and I can't roll back in the last version of reality. What don't you like about it, buddy? Oh, version of reality. Okay, I thought you were talking about jump space. I'm so sorry. My brain did not catch up there. Okay, I understand. I don't like this patch hog and I can't roll back in the latest version of reality. Okay. No, that's funny. And now that my dense brain has caught on to what you were saying, that's flipping hilarious. Sorry, there's just been a lot of complaints about the latest patch on jump space for difficulty particularly, so I was just... That's where my brain's been lately. Sorry, man. It's like irony to be pretty ironic sometimes. I think Spanish is a really pretty sounding language. I love it. I've had, honestly, some of my best friends growing up were Hispanic, and it was ironic. Like, some of the young ones couldn't speak Spanish, but the parents always could, and then you would have the kids that also do it from time to time, but regardless, it was always pretty to listen to. But then you'd get, it was funny that the parents, to where that was their mother tongue, right? I loved listening to the way they spoke it. It was really cool. A lot of the kids in my area were primary English. English was their mother tongue, but sometimes they would learn Spanish, sometimes they wouldn't. It would vary a bit. He's got a time, so you got to time that. And I stuck, and I hit him. All right, this is the one I can't. You got to be quick on the dodge on the tail end there, or you get stung there. All right, cool. I like this. I also think I was learning Chinese for a while. That's a pretty cool language too. A lot of people from where I'm from learn Japanese as well. That's pretty neat. You want to go back into monkey? Okay, the auto moderation hit that because that can be a slang term, but I'll make sure that posts. Okay, there it goes. I understand what you mean, though, and I know you're not trying to say anything that you shouldn't, so there we go. Should be up. Yeah. I don't think I even set that as something that should be blocked. I think YouTube just chose to block that on his own accord. It's so funny to me that that's used as slang now, because like, honest truth, where I'm from, we have monkeys, right? They're not common and they're not native, but they are here. And so Like, it's not uncommon for the folks down here to call their children that, just as kind of a pet name, right? So when somebody told me, hey, that's a slang term that's derogatory, I'm like, what are you talking about? You knew what he meant? Okay. He's good at those guttural sounds. But yeah, where I'm from down in Florida, we have, there's an area out in the woods, and they're starting to get all over Florida now, but I think it was originally brought in for the, an old Tarzan movie. They brought in a bunch of monkeys, and then they got loose, and they couldn't catch them. And now they've just spread like wildfire through Florida, which is pretty crazy. You can go, certain springs will have large populations of them actually, which is it's kind of cool. I don't know how it is for the ecosystem, but all right, I actually timed that one right. I did not think I was going to get that. I was definitely going to try for it, but didn't time it right that time. Okay. It was just a hair too quick soon. Okay. Spanish with English accent sounds so funny to hear for us because Spanish is vowel focused while English is the opposite. Yeah, it is. They're completely different, and they're spoken in reverse order usually. Like the way that you would say a sentence in English is usually opposite of the way it would be said in Spanish, which is fascinating to me. I love listening to different languages. It's funny because, like, my wife, she has a, she's got a couple of different cultures in her heritage. She has Indian American, or, you know, American Indian, and she's also got Native American, whatever you want to call it, whatever your preference. People have differing opinions on that. She's also got German, and she's got Lithuanian and a few others mixed in there, especially from her father's side. And the German is an interesting language. Like, to the average English speaker, German sounds so aggressive. It's a fascinating language, though. Yeah, we're back at it. How's it going, man? Game Wizard, you doing all right? Well, it's pretty common on this side of the hemisphere. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Things being spoken in the reverse order from English is very common, and actually I feel like English is probably the weird one in that regard, to be honest. But I love languages. I love the differences. And I love cultures. Like, where I grew up, we have so many different cultures from all over that I got introduced to so many different foods and things that I absolutely love. I see. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's been about a week since I played Mio last. I've been so busy with the big update on Jump Space, I haven't had time to even consider anything else, but I have been missing Mio. So I knew now that things are just settling down just a little bit with updates on Jump Space. I knew that today my goal was to play some Mio. And I would like to make it at least a once-a-week thing, if not more, to play Mio. And up until I can beat it. Maybe 100% it. We'll see. It depends on how things go. I also want to get in some No Man's Sky. Okay. Got this phase. Ooh, I slipped through there. Didn't slip through that. The easy one to dodge, I get completely wrecked by. The hard one to dodge, I completely dodge everything. Amazing. I like this guy. He's fun. Fun fact, Spanish and Italian are both called Romance languages, but that's not referring to love. It's from Latin Romanicus, meaning they are descended directly from the Roman language. Oh, that's cool. I think French is grouped in that too, isn't it? We leave real romance to the French. Gotcha. Okay. In general, German sounds like you are permanently angry. It does to my ears, but and I can say that I've got German descent. Like as an English speaker, it sounds angry, and it's funny because some of my family know a little bit of German, particularly on my wife's side, because German is. I've heard a little bit of German spoken, and in person, and it does. To an English speaker, it sounds very aggressive. I don't know if that's true of all languages, but 100%ing Mio is fairly easy for the most part, but pretty fun too. Okay. And then he's gonna stick over on this side, so I'm just gonna hang out here. As for Mio, where are the health bars? How do I tell? Okay, well, you can have a health bar. That top left is my health bar. Enemies can also have a health bar, but it's an basically it's an add-on that you do to yourself. You have different modifications you can make to your character. The ability to see enemies' health is one of those modifications. I've chosen not to take it in favor of more health and damage because you have a limit to how much you can put into your person. And as somebody who's used to playing a fair amount of Monster Hunter, I'm used to there being no health bars, so it doesn't really faze me too much. Plus you can see their phases and you can know how close you are. Like he's about to hit his second phase here right now. I'm not gonna be able to dodge that. All right. Oh. Oh, he's stuck. I was not expecting him to get stuck. Okay. And then he's not vulnerable here. And then I had to move, not dodge, but I pressed dodge. That also goes for all Latin related. Yeah. Well, Spanish is a beautiful language. I love the way it sounds. Well, and a lot of English is based on Latin and various other languages. Like English is just a conglomeration of all the other languages, really. But you'd be surprised just how many languages there are. Like, There are literally thousands of languages. It's insane. I know that movie. Yep. I know. I knew exactly what you were quoting, my friend. That's hilarious. Okay, invulnerable. Okay, that one happened to be easy to dodge. Alright, what's he gonna do? Oops, dodge the first. Nope, not gonna get that one in right. Okay. Excuse me, sir. I dodged that one. Okay, invulnerable. And okay, now he's gonna. Oh, okay. Well, you don't want to be in his presence when he does that. So let's move to the side there. Alright, he's gonna come across. Ooh, we got it! By the skin of our teeth, but we got that one. Alright. No, it's cake. That is a hilarious movie. I love that movie. Hola, friend. All right. Huzzah! Indeed, we got it. My wife knows a bit of Spanish. I don't really know much. I've had a ton of exposure, but beyond hola and no español, I know very little. Okay. It's definitely a language I should learn. Like, there's so many Spanish-speaking folks around where I live. Oh, I'm so dead. There was nothing over there. It was a lie. You can count 0 to 12 in Spanish, and 15. Nice. I want to learn more Spanish. The problem is everybody's got a limited amount of mental energy that they can devote to things, right? And for me, trying to learn another language with everything else I have had going on in life has just been like, wait, what? No. Not much of an excuse, but let's see. I have not been up this way. I have been here, I believe, but I don't think I went beyond. Let me see. Potentially. We'll see here in a second. Or is this the crazy area that I went through? I think it might be, actually. Did it not save my progress through here? Or is this a new area that I haven't seen? I don't know. We're about to find out. I did one of these recently. Oh, yeah. And I remember... Okay, I do remember this, but I don't think I actually went through it. Can I get back to a safe station, though, and get my health back up? We'll see. There might be... There's probably just going to be something deadly in here, isn't there? I'm expecting a jump. Okay, we got... I'm expecting to get jumped at any moment. We got an elevator. Redacted. That seems interesting. I do know there was a healing station back where I came from, but there's also that deadly thing that I still haven't memorized his movement pattern yet, and he'll probably take me out on the way. But, I mean, what's the worst that happens? I mean, I get sent back where I'm already trying to go, back to the save point, so we'll try it. We'll see if I can slip by him. I'm not going to try fighting him. And then he has a little pause before he strikes. Like that. Like that. And... Yep. Oh well. And then I get to go where I wanted to go anyway. Alright, I hit the wrong button. I hit the glide button, not the dodge button. That's enough, sir. He's just gonna respond if I heal, probably, right? We'll see. I say to that guy, he is ugly and his mama dresses him funny. And he's back. You little jerk. Alright. I do not like that enemy. Of all the enemies I've encountered, that is probably the one that I hate the most so far. I'm not gonna lie. My brain just cannot seem to comprehend his attack timing. It's clearly obvious, but for some reason my brain just says nope. Okay, stop hesitating. Little jerk. Come back here. Don't try to learn Spanish. There is so much variance that your brain will explode trying to understand. We stopped trying long ago. Yeah, definitely the worst enemy in the game. Oh, I'm feeling that, buddy. I'm feeling it. I hate it. That thing's evil on so many levels. Like, and he has this stupid hesitation that he does sometimes. Like, yes, he pauses before he strikes, which is a tell, but at the same time, then he has this moment where he's like, no, I'm not going to actually do that. I'm just going to, you know, wait a moment longer, which completely throws off your dodge. Like, come on, little jerk. Don't be so stupid smart. Stupid smart. Alright, well that was easy. There's another one of those little jerks there. What are you? Fascinating. Aw. What on earth? Okay. And then this one spits out gas. Aw. Let's see. So you're supposed to go... That's kind of a save. I'm wondering... Are these guys just purely, like, cosmetic? Or is there, like, a penalty for damaging them? Or... Are you actually helping them, I wonder? I just don't know. I do know in games like this, sometimes it has... And I don't like you either. But you are much easier to deal with, I think. I've only encountered you once before. Okay, so you'll be easier to dodge if I can get the timing down. You can also just jump to the side. It's not like you even need to fuss with that. And he does seem to just clam up if you keep hitting him. Interesting. Well, some of them might reward you for breaking them. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that then. That's fine. But I remember, like, there's, like, these cocoon things in, like, Hollow Knight. Like, if you break them, it's considered bad, but the game doesn't tell you that. It just kind of throws it along with all the other destructible terrain. And so, like, your assumption is, oh, it's terrain, and it might have goodies inside. Break it, and then you regret it later. And now, to be fair, I'm not very far in Hollow Knight, which is another game I wouldn't mind checking out. Also Silksong, but neither here nor there. I actually did not even buy Silksong yet, so. And it's mostly good sir, I did press the hover button. I was literally holding it when you... Oh, right, I see. My bad. Stupidity. That's why. So yes, I was indeed pressing the hover button, but that was completely irrelevant. And then you got a... Yeah, absolutely. Oh, gosh. I think the only thing I could have done there is maybe jump back to where I could regenerate my, and attack that bulb, but I don't think it was back up yet, was it? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Ooh, I got by him without damage. Are you kidding me? Yay! Okay, we're up here. There's obviously something over here. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess that checks out. Let's see what's up here real quick. Oh, of course, there's one of you. And then you're gonna attack with your mouth. Just go down, evil big monkey thing plant. I don't know what you are. What is this? Well, it's not destroyable. There's something there. I see a plant guy. Can I grab... I wonder... Excuse me? Why is it that I'm literally only pressing W and yet he's acting as though I'm pressing W and A at the same time right now? And not going straight up. That was weird. Oh yeah, I can come around. Okay, cool. But there's still that plant there, so... And I was too slow on the dodge. That's fine. Alright. Well, I'm starting to get an idea what's going on with these. I'm having to rewire my brain a little bit because now I've got a lot of other abilities I've got to juggle that I didn't have previously. Yeah, and then he went a lot faster on that one. Okay, so he does. He switches up his timing so weird. It feels unpredictable. And also, when he does switch up his timing, he doesn't have the delay that he normally has, or at least not to the extent that he normally has it. And he's going to switch it up there. Yep. There seems to be a little bit of a tell that he's going to switch it, but I clearly don't have it memorized yet. Okay. Probably gonna have to fight him a couple more times before I really feel like I can handle him consistently. You can probably just deal with the flowers pretty easily. I will say. These little flower dog things, though. Twitch and YouTube are so far off from each other. YouTube is lagging behind at least 10 seconds. Okay. I appreciate it, buddy. I will check into encoder options. Slide Drone was telling me about those. Different things I could possibly set to try and help out both the quality of the stream as well as hopefully latency issues. YouTube, I feel, does enforce some latency, which is unfortunate. I've got everything in the YouTube settings set to so where it should have the least amount of latency possible, but we'll see. To be sure, YouTube treats video content as its primary, and then it treats streaming as a secondary item, whereas Twitch treats streaming as its primary, and then video content as a secondary. So, it does make a little bit of a difference. Like, the differences between Twitch and YouTube are interesting. Like, Twitch is streaming first, so it gives you all kinds of options for adjusting the streams. It allows you to start streaming as soon as you join the platform. Like, you don't have to go through a big wait period like YouTube demands. And then it also gives perks in that, like, you can customize your emotes and everything right from the start for intended for chat's use. And while you have the option of locking that stuff behind a paywall, you don't have to. With YouTube, on the other hand, it treats streams like it allows you to do custom emotes, but you have to have 500 plus subscribers to be able to even do that. And then when it does become an option, it's automatically locked behind a membership paywall, and there's nothing, you literally can't turn it off. So, and YouTube also, before you can even stream at all, expects you to go through a big wait period. You have to have, you have to pass certain criteria before they'll even let you start streaming on YouTube. Whereas Twitch is the opposite. If you want to upload videos onto Twitch, VODs they call them, like you do on YouTube, you basically have to have a certain amount of subscribers. You got to be affiliate, yada yada. There's a couple of different differences there. And then the quality of the streams on Twitch is always better than the qualities on the quality of the streams on YouTube in most respects. And then the quality of VODs is always better on YouTube. So they do have some differences in that regard. It seems to be basically what is the platform originally designed for. All right, cool. We got through there. But I'm trying to do both. I don't want to put... What's the old adage? Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. As we've mentioned before, I'm a bit of a fossil, and I've seen more than my share of social medias come and go, so... YouTube definitely seems stable now, but all it takes is one faulty update, and then boom, everything comes crashing down. So, as I plan on doing this for a long time to come, I think it's best to have my channel spread out across a couple of different options. Not to mention, oh, hello. What the heck? Okay, he hit me on as he was coming back. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, that was interesting. But as you guys know, I have the Discord, I have a Steam group, I have, active on both YouTube and Twitch. Oh, we got another one of those guys. Okay. Goal is just to diversify, while not overextending myself, basically. And give people the option to join wherever they feel comfortable joining. Not everybody likes Twitch, not everybody likes YouTube. So, I'm not judging, I don't care. I just want people to be able to enjoy themselves. One of you is gonna, yep. One of you is gonna be evil little cretin. Let's see. Okay, I see what I gotta do there. That's gonna be interesting. Let's see. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't mean anything by it. But Cretan used to be the people from Crete. Okay, that's gonna be tricky. That's an old saying I've been hearing my whole life, so hopefully I didn't offend anybody with that. Sorry if I did. That was not my intent. Let's see. Got path up ahead, and I don't... This is interesting. Now I have to dodge, and then I wonder, can I attack him and get back my jump? That would be interesting. I can. Ooh. And this is... One of these is gonna be... Yep. Called it. Now, just in case the other one is as well, he's probably not. There's probably not gonna be two of these guys right on top of each other this right now, but yeah. I didn't want to hit him until after the other one was down, just in case. Is there something up here? I don't know. I do wonder where that saying came from, though. Okay, we got a torn overseer. If you read old literature, you'll see some of those terms. So there's probably some history there that I'm unaware of. Okay. Interesting. And he's gonna I'm expecting him to do like this ramming movement. Yep, there it is. That's what I kept trying to dodge, because that's what I was anticipating, and then he kept doing other things. Okay. Cool. So he's an enemy. The fact that he respawned and I've already destroyed all these. And he will be as well. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what that is. Those are enemies if they respawn. So if you've already taken those down, that's one benefit of taking those down, apparently, is you know who's going to be an enemy when you come back. All right, cool. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, and we got this one, which means he's going to send out the light beams, and these are going to chase me down. And then he's going to ram, because he formed the horns. And I think that's... okay. One of these he does like this lasso movement. He's going to ram. Okay. And that's the headbutt, sort of. And... we got beams, and this will include beams. No, it's going to include a ram. Okay, so you can mix that up clearly. Okay, I need to be a little slower there. Okay, they made the Overseer easier to find. It used to be hidden in a more tricky place. Interesting. And I'm just going to ignore the enemies. Let's see what we got here. This is really easy once you realize you can bounce off those flower things. Which I guess I should have guessed to begin with, but clearly I didn't. I like this guy's design. He's cool. And I like that he's got like this blade mask thing across the front of his face. I don't know. Overall, this design is pretty sick. Okay, he's gonna ram. And then there's a little bit of a... okay, I see what that is. And we're gonna back off. And then we got this. And then he's gonna ram. Okay, and then ram, and then he comes down with that one. Okay, I like this guy. I like his design. I like his moveset so far. I'm curious what his halfway change is going to be, because they all seem to change their moveset when you get halfway through them. So I'm curious how he's going to mix up his playstyle, but we'll see. Jeez, how is it already noon? Been going since 10 a.m. this morning, my time here on EST. It's already 12:24. I feel like I lose track of time when I'm playing games I really enjoy. That happens with Jump Space. It happens with this game. There's a couple of games where you can be going for a while and you don't even realize the time has elapsed. Down. Okay, so he has a little bit of delay on that, and then I'm gonna get chased. Oops, thought it was done. Ram. And then down. And then he's gonna do that move. Okay, I've got... right, that one has a little bit of delay, but even if I should misjudge it, currently at least, I don't know how it's gonna be once he hits this final phase, which he just did. Currently, I have enough time that I can get clear of that move should I misjudge the dodge. Plus, Nabu is the same type of robot as Mio. They both have energy hair tendrils. That is a fair point. The art style in this game is epic. I love it so much. I absolutely love the hatching. I love all of the shading, the color choices. Just stunning. The designs, the different shapes and things that they've chosen to design things as. I love it so much. All right, cool. What are you barking at, Midnight? Spectre, Clone 53 survived his termination and is now here to get me. That door just opened. Yeah, see, I have time to get clear if I misjudged the dog on that one, thinking it's a different move. Death comes knocking, eh? Alright, and we got this one. I'm gonna have to dodge through, because I will run out of running room there. And then he's gonna ram. Okay, cool. Well, as the dog barked for a moment and then did her happy whine, I'm assuming it's either my wife or could be the kid from next door. She comes over sometimes. If it was somebody it shouldn't be, the dog would have let me know, so... She likes to come over and play with Midnight. And Midnight loves kids, so. And then he comes down, does his little stab into the ground. If you're close, you take damage. And then he does this. Okay. Ooh. This already, huh? Okay. And then this. And he's gonna ram. I'm just gonna regroup. Go to another, and then ram. Yep. Hey, Sean. And this. Okay, phase 2. Ooh, I don't like... Oh, God, are you... Are you kidding me? Oh, no, not this. Lord have mercy, are you kidding me right now? Okay, it's not the whole rest of the fight. That's good at least. Oh, man. I saw that death water coming up. Oh, no. Just no. Don't make me do this. That's amazing, though. I hate it and love it all at the same time. Okay. And then you guys delay on that. I was too close. And then that. And we can come up here and attack. And get clear. Okay. And then ram. Got behind him. I'm not sure this is where I want to be. Nope. Didn't think so. Can just do a little back kick on you. Then we got tendrils coming out. Then get clear. And then a ram. Whoops. Mistimed it. And we're on to phase 2 with no health. Yay! Alright. And then the water pours in. Yeah. That phase is a butt. Oh well. Here we go. So I got to get to that phase with a little more health so I can... Okay, well, we're gonna do this, I guess. Let's see. It says unstable. All right, guys. Well, I am sorry. I guess I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream there. The internet in this area has completely tanked. I hope everybody's having a good one. I will catch you in the next one. We will pick up on this boss when I get back and actually have internet that I can use. Anyway, hope you're all having a good one. Catch you in the next one. Later. Let me see. Will it let me at least raid somebody? Let's try that. I'm not sure if anybody's in yet. Let's try that. Let's see. Is there anybody I'm following currently live right now? Okay, well, DGR Dave is playing Blueprints right now. Now he doesn't know me, but he is somebody I've been following for years. I don't know if he's set it up to where I can raid him or not, but we'll see. He's currently playing Blueprints, which, if you like Meal, you might like that game. It's a puzzle game, and we'll see. Nope. Okay, so internet's not going to let me do it anyway? Good enough. All right, well, hope you guys are having a good one. I'll catch you in the next one. I am so sorry about that. All right, later.